Lovely morning to everybody. 14th of July 2026, we are going to discuss about the market outlook, where we have yesterday termed as almost a crucial day for the next trend setup line. Yesterday, the attempt taken by the Nifty and Sensex by the way of absorbing buying, particularly near to the support zones and all went well, and that was a smart recovery we have experienced too, which means the buying interest and involvement, that the tendencies are still intact when it is near to the core support zones and all approaching for the indexes or whatever the sector may be. So that was working till yesterday. But however, the sell on rise, this was the yesterday's tool to defend the upside attempts, and the restriction on the higher moves and all happened around the 24,200. However, it has maintained to close. But one single day's close and all not enough as per our concept. So that was happened yesterday, but it could not continue the same today because it is going to be a lower opening, and the trend may be continuing the behavior like yesterday from the support zones around 24,000. What it has already felt and experienced might have been continuing for the day, as long as this 24,000 as a psychological support zone is acting. No worries for the intraday traders particularly, because from the zone one can expect the bouncing activities, and 24,100, 200 and all will be acting as the resistance path or resistance zones for the day. So that is what the main behavior based observation we can actually suggest you. Based on that positional setups and all, it is still, as long as it is moving or oscillating by the way of holding 23,700 as an interim shift zone, behavior shift zone, that one. So we can expect that range bound volatility based trends might be continuing between 23,700 to 24,700. So in that manner, one can observe when and all the important dates, ranges and all approaching, and when and all the levels technically we have discussed and all approaching. So where one can aware of the thing where it is really getting support or nearing the support zone or demand zone, you can apply your buy and dip strategy there only. But most of the behavior what suggesting is the sell on rise, even for the small resistance points and all, it is getting impacted by the selling volume, selling attraction. So that could be the way for deciding the trend behavior about the markets, even until the ranges are all getting broken decisively on either side. That is what the thing one can approach from the positional setups. As we have mentioned here in the phrase column, that attempting to rise, but the 24,300 holds the key. Yes, of course. See, yesterday, even though it has attempted to bounce or rise towards the 24,200 and above, it could not make a move near to the 24,300. So that was the major one, So we have discussed this even which was happening, and while the recent Wednesday's one, that was the high and low, and which is only holding the pulse about the market's upcoming moves, like we have already discussed, that is only happening now. So after that, that means recent Wednesday's high of 24,300, that is acting as a very crucial. After that, we have many times pronounced like until otherwise a decisive close happening above this 24,300 as the Wednesday's high. One cannot expect the bull trend resuming like. At the same time, conversely, we can also think about as long as it is holding the low of that particular Wednesday's one, that was 23,805 exact value. So whole sum of 23,800 also can be taken. As long as it is holding this support, only range bound activities can be expected, with a sell on rise mostly and buy on dips slightly. When it is really getting a break, that too with a decisive manner, if you are seeing a breakdown of 23,800, the 23,700 may be easily reached, but where only we can decide that the 23,700 as an interim behavior shift zone, what is going to act and what is going to provide as a support, like, so until it is making these two important things, breaking 23,800 and sustaining about 23,700, will not be giving any chance for the short builders further to extend the downward rally. But once you see that 23,700 as very core behavior shift zone, interimly we are keeping it, may open the door for the further downward trend, and that may be moving towards 22,700 as the first target. That was the previous low based swing low. So correction based swing low that can be treated as. So until it is moving below 22,700, after giving the confirmation below 23,700, one cannot expect any sharp reversal on the buying side. That also should be minded. So keep a close watch about 23,700. That too on daily closing basis, if it happens, it is very difficult to sustain or bouncing back towards the 24,000 soon again, anytime soon again. So that's the thing. So with the lower opening, we can expect the Nifty to resume its bullish, that means a bearish kind of activities, and the attempts what it has taken to bounce back with an attraction of the buying and all would not be enough for sustaining. So since the day unfolds further, we can expect the trade may be ranging between 24,000 to 24,300 for the maximum portion of the day. Either side of breaking, as discussed, it may be focused in the way, what the levels and what strategies you should follow and all based on the discussion we made. From the sectors front, today which major sectors include that bank, including finance, particularly the NBFCs and housing finance companies can be in focus. And automobile, from that commercial vehicle and passenger vehicle stocks may get a chance for moving either side with a higher activity. And two-wheeler companies like Hero Motoco and TVS Motor may not be having a big negative trend, or even may not be having any positive trend in a higher manner. IT, which may be having a driver seat, it may be sitting on to drive the markets and move the markets. So most of the IT stocks may be in focus today. FMCG, which is trading at the current juncture, is very crucial. So that FMCG is a low breaking down, if any happens, yesterday's low breaking down means you can see the downward rally may be continuing for the FMCG. But the thing may not be having such a chance because the volatility based upsides or upside attempts may be seen on FMCG oriented stocks through the way of defending the market's fall and also by the way of finding the demands. So that too for FMCG oriented stocks. And this public sector enterprises as the sector one can focus today, which may be attracting some profit booking based selling, and a mixture of actions can be seen on the public sector enterprises. Oil and gas. So the oil and gas based on the crude oil's movement and the global impact, geopolitical impact, which also joins the list to participate, and which may also have a chance to give the downward rally for oil makers, and a slight positivity can be expected for OMCs. From the stocks front, based on news and based on technical behavior, we can focus the stocks like HCL Technology based on the results. And the major thing for the HCL Technology today is, which may even defend the fall in the market as well as in the IT sector, because of the data center capex the company is planning, which might boost the sentiment for the HCL Tech and other IT companies too. ICICI Prudential Asset Management Company has posted a somewhat better result. That also based on that, one can focus. Bajaj Consumer Care, that also based on results. And Biocon based on the stake exit from the company through the way of block deal, so that Biocon can be in focus. Alembic Pharma and EMS based on the US FDA news for the Alembic Pharma and EMS order win news at all. Having for those stocks we have listed here, that may be useful for the day traders to concentrate and get an opportunity for either side of trading chances. Today's earnings calendar that includes important companies like L&T Technologies, Tata Elxsi, Jindal Saw, Aditya Birla Money, then Den Network. So keeping stop loss, following the stop loss strategy across transaction is very much for all kind of trading strategies. So that's it for the day. So don't forget to apply your buy and dip strategy, and don't forget to maintain the caution when it really approaches the 24,000 for the day, and positionally 23,700 would be continue acting as a core behavior shift zone. So that and all can be focused, and the day's activities might be, as long as the Nifty holds the 24,000, one can take a risk. For the risk traders only it is suitable. So one can start or accumulate further on the long side by the way of keeping stop loss as 24,000. It should not get a break. If it is breaking, you should not hold the long positions. And while it is nearing to the 24,200, it may be a prudent one for booking profits for those who raised long builds, and for those who want to build the short positions, it is better to maintain an idea of building shorts anywhere between 24,200 and 24,300. Otherwise, breakdown basis shorts also can be built when it really breaks and sustains below 24,000 as the today's support. There you can see 23,900 as the target. So that's all for the day. So thanks for participating in today's session. We'll be making a new pre-market discussion for the day tomorrow. So wish everyone to have a rewarding day today. Bye-bye.